Hello viewers and listeners at home. You're welcome again to Learn at Home. And as usual, I'm your mathematics teacher and I'll be taking you mathematics. My name is Adejoro Cornelius. We are going to be looking at or focusing on class primary 1, 2, 3. Today's topic is a very interesting one. Very interesting because it's a topic that everyone needs. You know, and it's all about time. Everything we do has to do with time. There's time for everything. There's time to eat, a time to go to bed, time to go to school, time to go to church, time to go to the mosque, and time to play, time to read your book. There's time for everything, and that's what makes this topic a very interesting topic. So it's not all about mathematics. It's taught, yes, in mathematics, but it's a topic that everybody needs. Everybody has research. Everybody has clock at home. So we will be looking at time, and we want to see what is time? What is even time? When somebody says time, what is time? Time is a measured or measurable period within which an action is taken. That's the simple definition of time. If anybody asks you what is time, is a measured or a measurable period within which an action is taken. Whatever the action is, whether good or bad. Yes, we encourage everyone to take good action at all times. But then, time is time. Time is time. 7 a.m., you are up and prepared. You're about to go to school. That's time. When does the school resume? The school opens at 7:30 a.m. That's time. When does the school closes? The school closes at school closes at 1:30. That's time. So the time the people in the pupils in the secondary session or the primary session closes varies. That's time. So we want to look at time. Now, how does time operate? How do we read time? When we have wristwatch, how do we read it? You have clock at home. How do you read this clock and wristwatch? So what we want to concentrate on now is the basics. With time, we'll begin to find out how to convert time from one period to another, or from certain minutes, hours to another. But now we just want to focus on time. Now look at what is written on the board. It says the clock face shows 12-hour clock time. 12 hours clock time. The long hand, you will notice that a clock has long and short hand, which we will soon draw on the board. The long hand on the face of the clock is called the minutes hand. It tells the number of minutes passed or to the hour. The short hand on the clock face is called the hour hand. The hour hand. So what we have here is the. So now quickly we want to look at how the clock operates, how the hour and the minute works. So if we have something like this, as you may have seen before, let's draw a circle correctly. We are trying to draw a clock now. Now, usually we'll have 12, 3, 6, and 9 here. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. But sometimes you see dots showing 1 and 2. Then dots showing 4 and 5. But we want to use numbers because some other clock also uses numbers. But each time you see dots in some of these places, or a pointer pointing to that direction, or just a sign whatever sign it is, just read it by yourself as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is here, then 12. So we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 3 already. We have 4 here. We have 5. We have 7 here. 8, 9, then 10, 11. Now, we want to focus on the long hand, which we have defined to be the minutes. We have defined to be the minutes. So if we have the long hand pointing to 11 and then the short hand pointing to 2. Now, what this means is that we have the long hand. Now, one thing we must not forget is that the entire clock as a whole, the entire number of minutes in it is 60. It is 60 minutes from here. If you count, it's 60. From here to here is said to be the half. It's the half of it because it's 30 minutes this side, 30 minutes the right hand side, 30 minutes left hand side, 30 minutes right hand side. So every minute in there is 60. So it is 60 minutes that actually makes 1 hour. So it is 60 minutes that it takes 60 minutes for this long hand to move across before this short hand moves to the next number. So if this 60 is here, if it gets to this place and then this long hand gets to 12, it takes this long hand to move all through before this short hand move to 3 or to whatever number. That is to the next number. If this short hand is located at 4, it takes 60 minutes for the short hand to move from 4 to 5. But what we have on the board now, because each in between these hours, in between 12 and 1 is 5. In between 1 and 2 is 5 minutes. 5 minutes in between. 5 minutes. So if we have a clock like this, let's try to use a dotted number, like dotted line, to divide the clock. Let's do that properly. If we have something like this, it's showing us that there is half this part, there is half this part. Now, whenever the longer hand or the long hand is by the left hand side, whenever it is by the left hand side, it shows it is to. It is to whatever the number the short hand is pointing to. But whenever we have it as at the longer the right hand side, it shows it is after whatever the short hand is pointing to. So what we have here is that it is located at the left side of the clock. That is where this long hand is located now. So it means it is 5 minutes. You can write 5. It is 5 minutes to what? It is 5 minutes to 2. 5 minutes to 2. That is what we have there. 5 minutes to 2. 5 minutes to the hour of 2. Now, what you should understand is that whenever it is by the left hand side and the right hand side, let's draw another clock quickly. If we have something like this, if we have a clock like this, we have 12. Again, if we have the long hand pointing to 2 and the short hand pointing to 7. it then means this is 5. For this, we will write 1. From here to here is 5. From 12 to 1 is 5. From 1 to 2 is another 5. So it then means it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes past 7. 10 minutes past 7. Because what I said before is when you have your long hand by the left, it is to. When you have your long hand by the right, it is past. Past. So we will have 10 minutes past 7. That is how to write that time. Now let us draw clock on top of the hours. That's what we call on top of the hour is that when it is o'clock, when you say a time is o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. That is whenever you have your now sorry, we have past here. Past 7. 10 minutes past 7. Now, whenever you have your long hand at 12, you will write whatever the shorthand, wherever the shorthand is, it means is o'clock. Anytime you have the long hand at 12, wherever the shorthand is, you write it as o'clock. If we have our shorthand at 12, and we have our long hand at 12 and our short hand at 3, it is 3 o'clock. If our long hand is at 12, our short hand is at 1, it is 1 o'clock. Our long hand is at 12, short hand is at 6, it is 6 o'clock. That's what I'm saying. So let's have an example. If we have 12, 6, 3, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5. So if this is our long hand pointing directly to 12 and the short hand is pointing to say 9, what we have here is 9 o'clock. This is how to write it. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. So let's draw another clock here. If we have our short, let's have that. If we have this, we have our long hand again pointing to 12. And the short hand is pointing to say 5. What this means is 5 o'clock. This is how to write 5 o'clock. So wherever at all the shorthand is pointing to is what you will write as o'clock. Once your long hand is located at 12. Once it is located at 12. Now, the last one, before I give you an assignment, quickly. Let's have, now here is our number 1. Add number 1 here, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. We have a clock this way. We had said earlier that this clock is a circle and it contains 60 minutes. And at half of it, half of this is what? Is 30. Half of it is 30. Now, anytime the long hand is located at 6, anytime the long hand is located at 6, this way. So wherever the short hand is located, it is half past that time. Let's assume our short hand is located at 10. This is half past 10. That is how to write that. Half past 10. It means 10 started from here. When the long hand was located at 12, it was 10 o'clock. Now it has gone half of the hour past 10. That is what this means. Half past 10. And again, if we, for the last example 6, let's have in similar, we have 12, 6 here, 3, 9, 2, 4, 5. If we have our long hand located again at 6 and the short hand is located at 8, it is half past 8. So that's all for this class. So I will give you assignment quickly. Draw a clock showing the following. 1, draw a clock showing the following. 1, 20 minutes to 7, 2, half past 1. Half past 1. That's your assignment. Make sure you do it as quickly as possible and submit through the appropriate channel. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Meet you same time, same station. Stay safe. God bless you.